Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, honorable members, council and team, secretariat. Today is Tuesday on the 18th of November 2025. We will begin this afternoon with a new witness for this whole inquiry. But if I move further, can we look at the agenda and somebody can volunteer to move that we adopt the agenda?
I move that we adopt the agenda as it is.
Good. Thank you. Quickly, let's do an introduction for the benefit of our witness. Honorable Abdullah Sise, Chairperson of the Special Select Committee.
Honorable Maris is the Vice Chair.
Honorable Sirif Sar, member.
Honorable Kebalang Fufana, member.
Council, can I have you introduce yourself before we move?
Yes, please, Honorable Chair. My name is Aji Senika, and with me is Mr. Tony F. Mendy.
Thank you. We also have our secretariat, the team sitting right in front of the high table. Good afternoon, Mr. Saidy. Thank you. On behalf of the Special National Assembly, I welcome you to this sitting convening to inquire into the sales and disposal of assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, and offices in relation to their dealing with former President Yaya Ejije Jammeh and other connected matters. You are appearing today in response to a summons duly issued by this committee to provide testimony on matters within your knowledge that are relevant to the subject of our inquiry. Please be reminded that you are appearing under oath and pursuant to the provisions of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. It constitutes contempt of the National Assembly to knowingly withhold, misrepresent, or conceal any information relevant to the work of the committee. Furthermore, please be advised that in accordance with parliamentary privilege, any statement or testimony you provide before this committee shall not be used against you in any court of law, except in cases of perjury, where it is proven that you knowingly and deliberately provided false information while under oath. You are therefore expected to cooperate fully and provide truthful, accurate, and complete responses to all questions posed to you, whether by the committee lead counsel or members of this honorable committee. The committee appreciates your presence and expects your utmost candor and cooperation throughout the proceeding for today. Thank you. Secretariat, can we administer the oath?
Buwa Saidy. I do solemnly and sincerely and truly swear that the evidences I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saidy. Before I hand over to council, I'm pretty much sure you have been following the proceedings of this committee, a committee established by the National Assembly to probe into the disposal of assets of the former president by the Jammeh Commission. So you're appearing today for the first time. First, I will appreciate that you are here yourself to help this committee to get facts about surrounding the disposal of those assets. So I'll hand you over to counsel for your testimony today. Counsel?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Yes, the witness is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the National Assembly. You can leave the mic on. It's easier that way.
Okay.
Yes. First, let's start. Kindly state your full name and correct designation for the record.
Mr. Buwa Saidy, Governor, Central Bank of the Gambia.
All right, thank you very much. The next statements I'm going to put to you are just for confirmation purposes. You confirm, you either confirm or you deny. The first one being, did you receive a summons to produce documents related to the subject matter of this committee?
Yes.
And did you submit documents?
Yes.
All right, thank you. The second one being, did you receive an invitation inviting you to give a statement
Yes.
before the investigators of this committee?
Yes.
All right, and the last one being a summons to appear and testify before the committee today?
Yes.
All right, great. I know I said the last one, but the last confirmation I want you to do for us is, are you aware that after the change of government in 2017, the government of the Gambia issued a commission of inquiry that investigated into the financial dealings of the former president, Yahya Jammeh, and his close associates?
Yes.
And are you aware that at the end of the conclusion of the commission's work, a report was prepared and submitted to the president?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And lastly, that the government published a white paper in response to the reports and recommendations of the Jammeh Commission?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Kindly give this committee an overview, or briefly, an overview of your background, academic and professional background.
Okay. Thank you very much, Council. I'm an economist by profession. I started my professional career at the Central Bank of the Gambia as an economic statistician. But prior to that, right after high school, I started as a junior clerk at the Central Bank of the Gambia on December 1st, 1982. And then from that junior clerk position, I was promoted to senior clerk, statistical assistant. But before statistical, at the level of statistical assistant, I left this country to go and do my bachelor's degree at the Catholic University of America in the United States in Washington, D.C. And I graduated with a bachelor's degree in monetary economics. When I came back, I was appointed economic statistician, then senior economic statistician, and I left for graduate school to attend the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, where I graduated with a master's degree in monetary economics, international economics, and public finance. I did 3 majors, and I returned back. I was promoted to be principal economist, statistician at the Economic Research Department. Then I rose through the ranks to be Deputy Director of Economic Research Department and Director of Economic Research Department, after which I left in 2009 to join the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in March, 1st of March 2009. And I was there as, I started as an advisor to the Executive Director in March 2009, and in July 2009, I was promoted to Senior Advisor at the Office of the Executive Director. And that's where I was when I returned back to the Gambia in 2018. I was appointed Senior Advisor to Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia. The position I held, and in February 2020, I moved to the Ministry of Finance as Permanent Secretary. And October 1st, 2020, I was appointed Governor while serving at the same time as Permanent Secretary at the Central Bank of the Gambia. My first term ended just last month. On the 1st of October, I started another 5-year term appointed by His Excellency the President for another 5-year term of to be Governor, 1st of October 2025.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And can you give this committee an overview of the functions and the mandate of Central Bank?
Well, the functions of the Central Bank, number one, we are banker to the government, a fiscal advisor to the government. we issue the national currency. We are lenders of last resort. We also manage the economy of the Gambia. Our main mandate is to ensure that we attain price stability, exchange rate stability, stability of the financial system, and also participate in the economic development of the country and stability of the banking industry.
All right, thank you. We can now get into your testimony proper. I do not foresee it being a long day.
Okay.
And hopefully you will cooperate well with me to ensure that the day is not going to be long.
Well, I'm all yours.
So first question, essentially your testimony today is going to be around the accounts that are opened during the Commission of Inquiry and are still being operated or are still open at CBG. And basically, the purpose of these accounts are for the deposit of recovery, the sums recovered from either the sale of assets or funds that were domiciled at the commercial banks that were in bank accounts that were operated by the former president or the associated companies and the associates that his close associates that were identified by the Janneh Commission.
Yes.
So basically, that is what the whole, most of the testimony today is going to be about.
Okay.
And if we were to talk about accounts at CBG that contain funds that are recovered due to the processes during and after the Janneh Commission, it's only right that we start with the account opening process.
Okay.
Can you just explain to the committee what the account opening process is at CBG?
Okay. The account opening process at CBG is that the Accountant General is the only person who can write to the Governor of the Central Bank to open accounts at the Central Bank of the Gambia. They write to the Governor and then request for accounts to be opened. When the accounts are open, we request for signatories to the account. We reply to them when they submit formally the letter to open the account. We process it, look at the authenticity of the documents, and then thereafter we write back to them to indicate that the account in question or accounts are opened. After that, we request for signatories to the account. They supply signatories to the account. After those signatories are supplied, then the account becomes functional.
That is after the signatories have now been
Submitted officially.
Okay.
Because the accounts that they are requesting, accounts that they are requesting to open, we have to have signatories to the account. And they submit the specimen signatories of the individuals that are to operate that account.
Okay. And generally, how many signatories are required?
Well, it depends on at least, I think, minimum 2. But sometimes, for this particular...
Sorry, if you need to speak to your team, you can just alert the chair, and just let him know, and it's okay, then you can talk.
Okay. Please, may I talk to the Director of Banking so that whatever we said is accurate? Because he's in charge of the account opening.
You can put the mic off and then you can talk.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm right. I'm just being informed by my director that at any one time, 2 people must sign. But depending on the Accountant General, she is at liberty to indicate 2, 3, 4, or up to 6 people can sign.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Government and no one else. We don't take instruction from anybody. And the people that are supposed to be signatories to the account, those are the only people who have access to those accounts. When they request for funds, we check if they the signatories match, then they would have access to the account. Reconciliation is done. We send statements to the account holders, and we do reconciliations with them.
The account holders would be, for example, in this instance, for these accounts, the account holders, the Minister of Finance?
It's the accountant general.
Accountant General.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So at all times, it's
At
the
all
accountant.
time, the Minister of Finance cannot give us instruction and we act. It's only the accountant general who can give instruction to the governor of the central bank.
There's something I want us to come to later, that after the Commission of Inquiry report, which you stated here that you're aware that reports were submitted to the President. There were recommendations that were made specific to CBG for controls purposes, because if you followed the Commission of Inquiry, the Jana Commission closely, and its reports, and I've read these reports, you would see that there were some anomalies when it came to transfer of funds or withdrawal of funds from accounts at CBG that do not mirror what you are saying, what you are explaining here now. And we will get to those recommendations, but I'm hoping that what you're explaining is what is obtained now at CBG.
Yes, that's what is obtained.
But you are aware of what was happening back in the past, before the commission started its investigations.
Well, I was not governor then when the commission was established.
Yes.
And when the commission ended its work, I started, like I told you, October 2020 as governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia. But I'm confident that during that period, that the central bank do comply with the stated laws in the Central Bank Act, and that I have verified with my team. I'm here with the Director of Banking and two of my legal counsel. We always comply with the rules in the Central Bank, so I'll be surprised to hear that there is non-compliance with what I stated here. But with regards to now saying that those are recommendations from the China Commission, that's a different matter. But in terms of complying with the Central Bank to manage government accounts and project accounts in the Central Bank, we follow that to the last letter of the law. I can confidently say that.
Okay. We will now take a look at the recovery accounts.
Okay.
From the information requested for by this committee and from your submissions, we've seen that there are two accounts, a dollar account,
yes,
and a Dalasi account.
Dalasi.
Are these the only accounts that are domiciled at CBG?
Yes.
For deposit of funds from recovery funds, rather?
Yes.
After the Jana Commission or during the Jana Commission?
Yes.
I'm getting information from the technical team that you should push the mic a little bit away.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Technical, is that fine? Okay.
All right.
Yes, so these are the only two accounts open specifically for the purposes that is relevant for the subject matter we're discussing today.
Yes.
But are there any other accounts that are domiciled at CBG where funds from the funds recovered after the Jana Commission or during the Jana Commission that are being deposited?
These are the two accounts.
They're the only two accounts.
Yes.
that you know of.
Yes.
I see. Thank you for that. Let us start with the one that seems like the less busy account, the U.S. account.
Yes, the US dollar account.
Is there a chance that you did come with a copy of the documents you submitted to the committee?
Let me have your file. Do you have those accounts that we submitted? Mr. Chair, please, just to.
Please turn your mic off when you're speaking to.
Yes, Council, I'm made to understand that when this committee
Sorry, can you please repeat what you said?
Yes, what I was saying, I'm made to understand that when this committee wrote to us, we are asked to submit the statement
Yes.
of the accounts.
Yes.
So I have the dollar account statement.
You have the dollar account receipt.
Statement with me,
Okay.
yes. Ready.
So let's start with that one. Who are the signatories to that account?
The signatories to the accounts are Mr. Mohamed Lamin Ba. He's currently the ambassador of Gambia in the United States of America. Agnes Macaulay, that's the current accountant general. Clara Sen Mendy, deputy accountant general. Musaba, he's also a deputy accountant general. Usman Dabo, and Mbainya.
These are the signatories to the account. And when was this account opened?
The account was opened October 3rd, 2017.
Okay, it was opened on the 3rd of October 2017.
Yes.
And when did the first transaction on that account happen?
October 20th.
Okay.
October 20th, 2017.
What was the amount that was deposited into that?
$258,506.25 US dollars.
What is the closing balance for the account as of the time you were submitting to this committee?
At the time we submitted, but then something came in.
The mic, please turn on the mic.
Yes.
$0 US. And when it, oh, please turn on the mic and repeat what you
Yes.
said.
On the 17th of September 2025, the closing balance is $0 US.
$0 US.
Yes, please.
And from the statement, you can see both inflows and outflows.
Yes.
And is there by any chance you can tell what the total inflow from that account was?
The total deposit into that account is 2,105,547.57 US dollars.
Okay. And then what about the total outflows?
The
Can you
total,
tell?
the total withdrawal is 2,105,547.57 US dollars.
Okay. And generally,
Mhm.
when it comes to the outflows or withdrawals from the account, it's always sanctioned by the accountant general. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. So you always act on instructions of the accountant general.
yes, Council.
And usually these instructions, how are they received by CBG?
Written instructions.
Written instructions.
Yes, please.
Okay. And then,
Just one clarification before you move further.
okay, Honorable Chair.
Yes, I heard the Governor saying the account as of October 2025. Was that the case?
He said September.
September
17th of September. Is that correct?
2025.
That was the last,
Is zero.
yes.
Okay, because the last
transaction we mean from the account.
the last
Yes.
transaction I have on the statement I have is
Yes.
16th of May 2025.
No. The
Or maybe
Submission.
there's another.
is this the recent one?
Yeah.
Is it right here? Is
This
zero.
transaction took place on the
You can turn off your mic when you're speaking
So-
to your director.
Council, hey, that's the book. The statement, the dollar.
Sorry, Council, you said May which year? The statement that you have.
No, the one I have in
No,
hand.
it's the chair that is asking you.
Or is the
The
chair?
one I have in hand, the last transaction I saw is 16th of May 2025. That's about, I saw two transactions. One is 105, the other one is 160. Both lines. I don't know which one is the inflow and the outflow.
no, 2025 is only one transaction. Okay, the same account. Or?
The US dollar account 2025, there's only one transaction, and that is September. And that is 135,000 US, 135, 901.41 US dollars. Yes, that was transferred to the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
On the 17th of September 2025.
Yes,
Yes.
that was the last transaction date.
Okay, Council.
Are we together now?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Because we submitted a statement with the explanations detailing the withdrawals. Council also, I said, you asked the question that withdrawals from the account, and I responded that it's written statement from the accountant general.
Yes.
But we do have an electronic transfer window
Okay.
that accountant general for ease of work at their level can have access to accounts and transfer from that electronic window directly to recipients of funds through the RTGS.
So the accountant general having access to this account, in particular, the one we're talking about now, can transfer funds from that account into the CRF or any other account
Yes,
within CBG.
yes, within CBG. Because that access window was created to digitalize the government payment system. So that, for instance, salaries, they can pay salaries to staff accounts directly from their office.
Do you receive, does the system give an alert when this is happening?
Yes.
And then
We are very aware of.
or you would be aware of the transaction.
Oh yes. We are very
And are
aware.
there any controls in the system that would
Yes.
have to grant authority, not access, but
Yes. We have
authority to the account manager? Yes, she can withdraw, sorry, she can transfer the funds into another account, but is there approval
we
from
have
CBG or?
we have controls over that access,
Okay,
and sometimes we close it based on our decision.
unilateral.
Yes.
You can close the account general's access into an account.
Yes.
And in which instance is this done?
Hmm?
In which instance do you close this window?
If there are not enough resources in the account, we close it. Because the accounts are not, some accounts are not supposed to be overdrawn.
Okay. But some accounts can be overdrawn.
Yes.
In this instance, can this account be overdrawn?
No, it cannot.
It cannot be overdrawn.
No.
And what's the difference? Why can't this account be overdrawn?
This account cannot be overdrawn because it has limited, whatever the resources that are there, that's what they can have access to. But there are certain accounts by law where, for instance, the government's main treasury account, we can allow that to be overdrawn. It's just like you keeping your account with your commercial bank. They can allow to give you an overdraft.
Okay.
And by law, in the Central Bank Act, we can allow the government to overdraw that account up to 10% of the previous year's revenue. They can overdraw that account. Other than that, the rest cannot be overdrawn.
So let's say, for example, the previous year's revenue is 100 million. They can overdraw the account up to 10 million. That is 10%. 10% of the 100 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But in this instance, because this account is very specific, the funds coming into this account are very specific, so there is no overdraw. So considering now that this account is zero dollars.
Yes.
The closing balance, therefore, the window has been closed off for the accountant general.
Yes.
Okay. And at no point can she
Overdraw the account.
overdraw the account. But
No.
previously, when there were funds in the account, the window was open.
Yes. They do
And
have.
in the future, if there are any funds paid into this account, the window will be open again?
If there are funds.
Yes. If there's, let's say, in a few months or next month, there's a deposit in this account.
If they have deposit in the account, they can issue instructions to withdraw from directly to the central bank,
Okay.
or they can use the electronic window to make payments.
All right. And the transfers, or I'd say the withdrawals from this account, going to either into other accounts,
Yes.
are all authorized by the accountant general.
The accountant general, yes.
Okay. And all these withdrawals,
Yes.
the generally the money goes into or funds are transferred. Is it to the CRF or to specific accounts?
No, with the withdrawals, they will give instruction where the money is to be transferred.
Yes.
If it is to the CRF, it's transferred to the CRF.
Okay.
That's why we give narratives. If you look at the statement, there are
Yes.
narratives as to where the money should be placed. So the money is placed wherever the accountant general authorized to put that money in.
And in this instance, for this account, mostly the transfers we've seen, transfers gone from the account to the CRC account, that is the Constitutional Review Commission. What are the other accounts that these funds have gone to?
Well, the narratives are there. You have asset recovery. You have transfers to this Kajula Holdings Company and funds to Constitutional Review Commission, Jane Commission, Mission Inquiry. You have to Mafia, and then you have again Jane Commission is there. We have asset recovery is there also. Dollar account. We have another local currency account there. That's another transfer.
Yes, but this is a USD account, and there's a $C transaction in the account.
Yeah, come. Yeah, I've just been
Okay.
the local currency that you mentioned.
Yes.
I've just been advised by my director that those are reversals.
Okay.
It was reversal of the entry because it's not supposed to be there.
Okay.
It's a local currency transaction. So that's an accounting entry, a reversal. But the transfers are mainly to the Consolidated Revenue Fund, the Jane Commission, and the Minister of Finance, Mafia. The ones that I read previously, those were credits to the account. So those ones, disregard them as withdrawals. Those were credits, meaning deposit in the account. The narratives that are on the side there, at the extreme left-hand side of the statement.
Okay. But I think for now we can set aside the USD account and we can move to the LSE account.
Okay. You have to do that. Yes, Council, we can proceed, please.
Okay.
Yes.
When was this Dallas account opened?
The Dallas account was opened September 8, 2017.
September 8, 2017.
Yes, please.
Okay. And when was the first, when did the first transaction take place in this account?
The first transaction date was 21st September 2017.
Okay. And from where are these funds from?
You mean for the 21st?
The first transaction, yes.
Okay, the first transaction was, the opening balance was 3,025,187.13 Gambian dollars. And that was September. You mentioned where the funds were from.
Yes.
It was RTGS. The source of funds for the first transaction in this account, which I read to you, the 3,025,187.13 Gambian dollars. I understand this is an account that was held in a commercial bank that the Commission now orders in the name of the former president. It's one of his accounts mentioned here, Kamiko. So the Kamiko account in a commercial bank, instruction was given to move it to this account that was opened in the central bank by the accountant general. Yeah, it's here. In the matter of Gambia. Okay. So this is an instruction that was given to the central bank. The letter is dated 5th September 2017, and in the matter of Gambia African Mining Information Company, Kamiko Limited. So we were on the instruction to move this amount from an account that was held at the Guarantee Trust Bank to the account opened at the central bank.
Okay, so the funds are from a commercial account into
a commercial bank account
into CBG.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you stated that you received written instructions. Where are these instructions from?
Accountant General.
From the Accountant General.
Yes.
Okay. And then subsequently, of course, as you can see, there are many other transactions into this account, unlike the USD account.
Yes.
This account has a lot of activities.
Activities, yes.
Okay. And we can see cash deposits by individuals. The names of these individuals are reflected in the statement. When individuals come to make deposits into accounts at CBG, particularly this one, is notification received prior to the deposit being made, or there is no notification?
Yes.
There are notifications.
There are notifications received. They come and fill a deposit paying slip to deposit the money.
Okay.
into
And
the account.
the notifications, where do you receive it from?
It will be from the accountant
The
general.
accountant general.
Accountant
So
general.
for all these individuals, we have quite a few individuals that made deposits, but
Yes.
about a handful. And so you're telling this committee that at all times, when these individuals are coming to make deposits, apart from the form that they fill, the deposit slip, you would receive notification from the AG.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the deposits into this account are done by individuals and also through RTGS. That RTGS is from commercial banks that would transfer this money to the central bank on the instruction of the accountant general.
But what about I'm talking now about the cash deposit.
Yeah, the cash deposits, those ones, that's what I said. The accountant general will give instructions to the central bank, and then the
To accept the
individuals,
cash deposit.
yes, and then the individuals in addition will fill in cash deposit slip.
Okay. And a lot of liberties.
Yes, Council, please. Yes, please, we can proceed.
Okay. My question is that you stated that when transactions are to take place in these accounts, be it deposits or withdrawals, you do receive notification from, instructions from the accountant general, and you
Yes.
act on those instructions.
Yes, the
And-
accountant general would send them to the central bank. They fill in deposit slips from the accountant general's office. Those deposit slips are here.
Okay.
And they walk into the central bank with their cash, and the central bank now would deposit that into the account.
Okay, so
With
the
that
deposit slips are obtained from the accountant general?
Yes.
And not from CBG?
No,
Okay,
yeah,
that is clear now.
yeah.
But for withdrawals, then the instructions come from the AG and they are written.
Yes,
Do you have copies of said instructions? At least a few of them?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
perhaps maybe you can avail the committee
Okay,
a few of those copies
yes, no problem.
after. Alright. What is the total amount of inflows into that account, the Dalasi account?
Total deposits
Yes.
into the account is 1,683,900,791.30 Gambian dollars.
Did you say 1.6
billion.
Okay.
dollars.
And the total number or the total amount of withdrawals,
Yes.
do you have that?
Yes, please. That's 1,582,900,791.00 Gambian dollars.
Sorry, please repeat it.
1,582,900,791.00 dollars.
Okay, and please repeat the inflows.
The inflows were 1,683,900,791.30 Gambian dollars.
What is the closing balance?
The closing balance is 101 million Gambian dollars.
101 million.
Gambian dollars.
Okay.
So that yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's 101 million Gambian dollars. That is the closing balance in the account as of today. Yes. Because what happened, the statement we sent to you, that shows a zero balance.
Yes.
On 28 October 2025, a deposit was made into the account from the receiver. That is $11 million. On the 4th of...
What date?
On the 28th of October.
28
October.
Okay, that's last month.
Yes,
Okay.
2025.
All right. And what was the amount?
$11 million.
Okay.
On November 4, 2025, 80 million Gambian dollars was deposited in the account. That is also from the receiver.
80 million.
$80 million.
80. Okay.
$80 million. 80.
Was received from the receiver.
Yes.
Okay.
On the 10th of November this year, 10 million was deposited in the account. That is also from the receiver.
Interesting. And now the closing balance
The
is...
closing balance as of date is 101 million.
When you say as of date, you mean today?
Yes.
Okay.
$101 million.
100.
I'm corrected by my director of banking. Today's closing is not wrong. The day is not ended. But as of yesterday's closing, is $101 million. Yes.
Honorable Chair, considering the governor made his submissions at the request of the committee about 2 months ago, and it seems there have been activities in these accounts, as is just stated, I would request that an updated statement be submitted to the committee. Perhaps we would say by the close of day on the 30th of November, after the 30th of November. Yes.
We can give you the updated statement even as of today. We can send this updated statement to you.
Okay, we can get an updated statement as of
And if
today.
you want, as of 30th November,
yes,
when the books are closed at the end of the month,
yes,
we'll submit another statement.
another one. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Correct. That's correct. Granted then.
Okay.
We can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Governor.
Yes.
looks like most of the large deposits of funds are made by the receiver into this account.
Yes.
And then most of the smaller cash deposits are made by individuals, mostly the secretary of the Jana Commission. That's the first secretary, Mr. Alaji Mamadi Kurang, and then we have other individuals with the names of Mam Jata, Amadou Seka, and Adam Ajo.
Yes, correct.
These individuals of course we know that Mr. Alaji Mamadi Kurang was staff or a personnel of the Jana Commission, but the others, are they, as far as you know, are they staff of the Accountant General or CBG?
Yes, Madam Council, we would not have information to,
Please continue.
we don't have that information to confirm whether they work at the commission or who the individuals are.
Okay.
Because the deposit slips are supplied to the Accountant General's office only. So when they pre-fill these deposit forms, bring it to the central bank, meaning Accountant General supplied the deposit form to get them to come and pay into the account. So we don't keep where they come from in terms of offices that they work for.
And you stated when we were discussing the USD account that the Accountant General had on the online or the digital system, she has a window that she can transfer
Yes.
funds from this account into other accounts or from this account to the CRF.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Is that the case for this account as well?
Yes.
Okay. And generally, are all transfers from this account into other accounts and the CRF made by the Accountant General through this window?
Some
of them.
Some of them will be through the window.
Okay, and the others?
The others will be written instructions.
So, why is there a difference? At what instances can she use the digital system to transfer funds? And in which instances can she write to the bank to ask for funds to be transferred?
That is their decision. That is the Accountant General's decision.
Okay.
They can write to the bank to ask for transfer of funds, and they can do it through the electronic window.
And are there times, I know you've mentioned that once the account is overdrawn by 10%, that is for other accounts, but for these recovery accounts, they cannot be overdrawn.
No.
Yes. So, are there times when the window is closed for the Accountant General
Yes.
for this account?
Yes.
Even though funds are still coming into the account?
Yes.
Which instances have this window been closed for this particular account?
We make that decision because sometimes when payments through the EFT window, access
EFT, that is the digital system.
the digital system.
Okay.
At certain times, we do have control over them. For instance, when it's end of month and we have to do reconciliations or close the books, at those periods, we have the prerogative to close that window.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the only instant.
Yes.
At the end of the month when you need to reconcile.
Yes.
So for the withdrawals or the transfers that are done on the digital system directly by the Accountant General, she does not send written instructions or confirmations.
No.
Okay.
That is done through the RTGS, and it picks the money from the central bank direct to the commercial bank account, the individual's holders account in the commercial bank. And the same thing is the case for salary earners, government salary payments. Is to improve the efficiency of the payment system.
Okay.
Council, about the account, the transfer of funds through written instructions from the Accountant General or through the EFT window that is done electronically. I've been informed by my Director of Banking, who has been around during this account's opening period to date, that 99% of the time withdrawals from this account are written instructions. So there is very minimal use of the EFT window.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that. I think that's all I have for now for the Dalasi account.
Okay, thank you.
But I did tell you earlier that there are other things I want us to discuss.
No problem. We can have that conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, Council, just to inform you, the instructions, you have them. If you need them, we can supply.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Thank you for that. Now, let's go back to the time the Jana Commission was conducting its investigation.
Yes.
There were accounts that were domiciled at CBG that the Jana Commission was investigating. A list of these accounts have been submitted by you to this committee. And from the submission, I can see that, I don't know whether you have this list with you.
We did not come with those documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But we can discuss it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I have my director here. He represented us at the Jana Commission.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a list of 28 accounts that were investigated by the Jana Commission.
Yes.
And most of these accounts are now shown as closed, according to your submission. Most were closed in 2018, 2019. There are 2 accounts that show inactive. What does that mean? I can give you the names of the account, maybe it will help.
Okay.
The number 27 is Citizen Investor Account. That's the name of the account, and customer name also shows Citizen Investor Account. Number 20, do you want me to say the account number?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Number 28 is National Education Trust Fund. The same name is used for the customer name. Both accounts say inactive. Can you just explain to this committee?
Yeah, what inactive means? If accounts are dormant for 6 months and beyond, they are considered inactive and dormant accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if there are funds in the account.
Yes, even if there are funds in the account, if no transaction takes place for 6 months and beyond, they are considered dormant accounts, inactive.
Okay. And one of the accounts shows active. It's Interior Bilateral Aids account, which means that the account is there, transactions taking place in the account.
Yes,
if it's shown as active.
yes,
Okay.
then there are recent transactions that happen.
All right. And the closure of these accounts. What is the process for closure of accounts? Is this something that CBG does unilaterally, or are accounts closed at the instruction of the accountant general?
Accountant General.
Okay.
All instructions come from the Accountant General. To open account, close accounts, transfer funds, everything is from the Accountant General.
Okay. And when you receive instructions from the accountant general to close an account, are these at the instance where the account closing balance would be 0, or would there still be, can funds be in an account and you still receive instructions for closure?
Yes. Yes.
In that instance, what would happen to the funds?
Yeah, like you said, even if there are monies in the account, the letter that is instructing us to close the account will give us indication or directives as to where to move the account.
To move the funds, you mean?
To move the funds in that account.
Okay.
And in most instances, is to move it to the CRF, the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
At all times?
Sometimes,
Okay.
most of the time.
There's a account when I've seen for transactions in the Dalasi account that
Yes.
we just talked about.
Yes.
There's an account called TMA. TMA.
Yes, that's the Treasury main account.
Okay.
Treasury main account. That's the main account of the Gambia government.
Okay.
Like your current account in the commercial bank.
All right.
Yes.
So in this instance, the money you said most of the time is moved to the CRF.
Yes.
Is there instances where it's moved to the TMA?
It goes to the CRF first,
Okay.
and then from the Consolidated Revenue Fund to the TMA.
To the
You
TMA.
can move funds from the CRF to other accounts, and at the directive of the Accountant General, it will indicate where from the Consolidated Revenue Fund where the movement should be. So if it says sweep it to the TMA, that means Treasury main account. That is the current account of the government in the central bank.
Okay. So now for all of these accounts that were being investigated by the Jana Commission, when it came to closure of these accounts, written instructions are provided by the Accountant General.
Yes.
And CBG would have copies of these written instructions.
Yes. Yes.
Very well. And these instructions, if the committee were to request for them, you would still have them in your records.
Yes. Yes, we'll have it. Some of them will need some time because we have an archive at mile 7 where we send all files to the archive, but we can dig and produce those written instructions.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. earlier I had asked whether there were any funds or whether there were any accounts different from these two that we have discussed that you've funds, recovery funds from the Janet Commission were being deposited, but you said no.
Yes,
That is as far as you know.
yes. These are the only two accounts
Okay.
that we have on record there.
Okay, these are the only two accounts that you have on record.
Yes, Council.
If there are other accounts at CBG where money is recovered from the processes of the Janet Commission are deposited into, is there a way that you would know? Or is it that only the accountant general would know this?
Only the Accountant General will know.
Okay. Right. But if we have the account numbers of these said accounts, we can provide this committee with statements.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Now that we've discussed these accounts,
Mm-hmm.
it's only right that we would discuss other issues about the Janet Commission asset recovery process,
Okay,
or the disposal of assets rather,
okay,
that CBG took part in.
yes.
Did CBG buy any of the assets that were being sold by
Yes,
the receiver after the Janet Commission?
yes.
Okay, which assets did CBG buy?
We bought the property, we call it Future Lake Building. It's on OIC Avenue, formerly Battle Harding. When I came in as governor in 2020, I've been in the central bank for a very long time. The central bank building is more than 50 years old. Central banking in the Gambia, we intend to celebrate it next year, March 2026. It will be 55 years of central banking in the Gambia.
I hope you invite us.
We will, inshallah. So when I came in as governor, I realized that that building is old. The vault that where we keep our currency is also small. The economy has grown significantly from that period to now, and it's small. Some of our currency we are keeping abroad. We don't want to disclose details.
Please don't.
Yeah, we will not disclose those details. So, and the staff strength also have increased. The
Okay.
building is small. Currently, we are renting at Kairaba Avenue. We call it Supervision House. And we are paying money for that rent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a risky business we are operating, circumstances we are operating under. God forbid, if there is fire outbreak in the central bank, we are done as a country. We have 12 commercial banks, but we have only one central bank. If that central bank goes down, the whole country goes down with it. That's why I always tell people, please be careful about the reputational risk of the central bank. All this data you are throwing on the central bank, which are fake news, rubbish, the only institution we have in the Gambia is one central bank. And an institution like a central bank, our credibility matters a lot, you know. So I went to government and said that we need land to build another headquarters. It's small, and also the risk attached to one central bank. If the city is closed, we don't have access. And in any country, for instance, Yemen, I always use that as an example. Even when bombs were falling, the port and the central bank never closes for any country. It's the main cornerstone of the economy. They would take ceasefire, bring in medication, bring in food, fuel, and other things. The port is to receive that. The central bank is there to make those payments. So we needed another headquarters. So I requested for land, and we were directed to go to the Ministry of Justice that former President Yahya Jammeh assets are available, but they are to be sold, they are for sale. So we, from justice, we were directed to go to the receiver. When we went to the receiver, we looked at that property and we thought it's convenient. There is enough space to build another central bank headquarters. It's not only a new central bank headquarters we want to build. We want to make sure that we have the Bankers Institute there, kind of create a financial center for the country at that premises, because the space is there. And the receiver told us how much we should pay once he gets approval from the cabinet subcommittee. And we have letters here where the receiver have written to us that he has gotten approval from the cabinet subcommittee, and we are to pay $100 million, and then $5 million, $5,250,000 for administrative and legal fee. So we paid a total of $105,250,000 for that property. The letter from the receiver trustee was dated November 25, 2021. We made the payment, and we obtained legal right to the property. We were paying, we paid insurance for that property up to this year, 2025. We for the building there. So we are supposed to be given title to the property by the accountant, by the Attorney General's department. We have not still received that title. We wrote to them on the 27th of August 2025 to remind them of giving us our title deed to the property. And when we last checked, as recent as sometimes during this month, we sent a kind reminder, and we were told that they will make that available to us. So we paid for that property. We also paid $89,000 to Lands Office to give us the title. Well, they also sent a bill to us here, 89,000.
Sorry, to give you what? You said you paid 89 to land.
Survey fees.
Survey fees.
Survey fees, $89,125. Lands and surveys.
Who instructed you to make that $89,000 fee?
It's here. It's from Department of Lands and Surveys.
They requested for survey fees?
Yes, 89,000 and 125,000. It's here.
All right, let's go back to the beginning of your answer. You stated that when you realized when you thought about how old the building is and how it's in the capital, you need to decentralize, you went to government. When you say you went to government, who exactly, or which department or ministry did you go to? When you realized, when you wanted more land, yes, to build,
yes,
where did you go to?
Our line ministry is the Ministry of Finance.
Of Finance, okay. So you went to Ministry of Finance, and we were directed...
We were referred to the Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
To go and look at these properties.
All right. So when you were going to the Ministry of Finance to explain your ideas about building another bank or another building for the bank, what did you have in mind? Were you going with the intention of buying land, or is that what you wanted to discuss with the ministry, or were you going with the mind that you would apply for allocation of land?
I went with the mind that we will buy the land but also if it is possible to be allocated with land, we can get. Because central bank, to locate a central bank is not anywhere that you can fit that premises. So that's why I went with the open mind that even if we are to buy, we will buy.
Okay.
We first looked at expansion within the city, like the properties that enclose the central bank. How can we have access to those? You know, that means we can buy them out or use eminent domain law or whatever. So that's why I went with this open mind of buying and or free allocation, depending on where the location is.
All right.
Yeah.
But did you have like specific location in mind, or you were open to have it within the city or outside the city?
I was open to have it even outside the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And when you were referred to the Ministry of Justice, were you, first of all, did you have your eyes set on FutureLec, or is it that when you were referred to Ministry of Justice, that is when you learned that FutureLec was for sale and that it's a place you would want to buy?
We did not have our eyes set on any property. In fact, I did not go personally. I sent my staff for them to now, the Ministry of Justice sent them to the receiver to go and look at the outstanding Jane properties that were available. And we settled for that place.
You settled for FutureLec?
Yes.
I know you've said earlier that because it's not everywhere that you would build a central bank, so you were open to buying if the need came to it, but also open to being allocated the land. I mean, that's easier and it's the cheaper option for the bank. But when you settled for FutureLec, and then there were negotiations, I'd assume, right, for the price. Were there negotiations, or were you just told this is the amount, 105,250, and you paid the amount?
100 million.
100. You were told 100 million.
Yeah.
So this is 105 that was eventually paid.
105 million.
Yes, 250,000.
Yes. Hold on, I think. Yes, that was the one. Yeah, that's the breakdown. Oh, okay. Yeah, the breakdown is 100 million for the purchase price, administrative and legal fees, 5,250,000.
Okay. All right. When it was eventually agreed, you've provided this committee with a copy of the sale agreement.
Yes.
It's been 4 years since the sale agreement was signed, and you still have not received the deeds. But
yeah.
That's quite the.
Yes.
That's quite a number of years just to receive a deed.
Well, we've not.
Have you followed up?
That's why we continue to follow.
Who do you follow up with? The receiver or the Ministry of Justice?
The Ministry of Justice are the ones who are supposed to give us the title.
What has the response been?
Well, they will provide.
That is what they said.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how did the sale process go after you agreed? After you were you were told the amount the property is being sold for, and you had the agreement. What was the process like? How was payments made? To whom were payments made?
We were given, I think is indicated in the trustees, the offer from the trustee. We submitted that. There is an account number that was indicated where the money should be paid.
And you paid the money into a commercial.
It's EcoBank. Right?
EcoBank, into a commercial bank.
Yes.
This is interesting. Because generally, when the receiver receives funds after conducting sale, he transfers the funds into a CBG account. But now it's CBG that is transferring to a commercial bank for the receiver to also come back and deposit into CBG.
Well, we were told to pay the money to EcoBank, the account, the name of the bank is indicated and the account number. That's where we paid it.
Did that not, eventually the money was going to come back to CBG. So it's like CBG moves money from its accounts to a commercial bank, and then now the funds are transferred back into CBG.
Yes. But if you
Very interesting.
If you are to buy a property, Madam Council,
Yes.
if you are to buy a property, you'll be purchasing that property. You'll be purchasing that property from somebody.
Yes, definitely.
And if they tell you the property you are buying, pay the money to this account, that's where you'll pay.
You know what the difference here is?
Yeah, it's the same thing my director is reminding me.
Yes.
Even though the account of the government, this Janneh Commission, is there in the central bank, but we have no right to put money in that account. We are buying a property, and we are told that the property is on the receivership. Go to the receiver, negotiate with him. The receiver pay this amount, and where the receiver wants the money to go, that's where we send the money.
Okay. So the reason I'm just highlighting that is
Yes.
this is not for you, it's not an issue for you, but it's just interesting that government is doing business with itself, buying and selling land. You have the central bank buying land, you have the government selling land, central bank buying the land, but somehow there's someone in between them, and the fund moves from one side of the government to this individual, then back to the government.
Yeah, because
It's just
because
something
it is-
I'm just putting out there. It's not an issue for central bank. You were simply clients of the receiver.
Yeah.
There was something you wanted, and you followed the process.
Yes, but even
And bought.
for the commission,
Yes.
they did not, it's not like government to government. They appointed a receiver for everything. So the receiver, in my opinion, wherever the receiver has his or her account, that's where the money should be lodged. If we have to buy this property, it's logical, it makes sense to say, pay it into that account.
Of course, that is not in dispute here. I agree with you. You were just acting on the terms of the sale, which was pay into an EcoBank account, and that is what you did. Now, the issue I have here, I don't know whether you can see it, is that government is selling land basically, essentially to itself at the end of the day.
But somebody is acting on behalf of.
Yes, so of course somebody is,
Exactly.
you're not seeing the point, it's fine, we can move on. The point is that government, of course you cannot make the deposit directly as a buyer in this instance, because like every other buyer, be it a state agency, be it individuals or companies, whether they are local companies or foreign companies, all payments go into the receiver's accounts at the different commercial banks, and then of course the receiver will transfer these funds eventually at the instructions of MOJ into the CBG account.
Yes. Because the transaction process has to be completed. It's neater that way.
when you were directed or instructed to go to the Ministry of Justice and you sent your staff to go with the receiver to take a look at the different properties that were available for sale, and you finally settled on Futurelec as the one that is most appropriate, considering you stated that there's land that can be used to expand the building that is currently there, or to even build a different building. Did it ever occur to you perhaps try and see if you could get the property from the government at a cheaper price or for free? To be allocated that property rather.
I think in this case, it's the best deal we can have, given the location. Real estate is about location, location, location. And in the case of an institution like a central bank, I think this is the best deal we can have. If you are to value that property, even at the time of the sale, it will be a different thing. So I think we got value for money, and government, I think, consider that they should be part of it, the process of giving central bank and land. So.
All right, that is fine. So apart from Futurelec, no other assets were bought by CBG?
No.
Okay.
It's the only one.
But you are still yet to receive. I hope you will continue to do the follow-up so that you can receive the final title or a complete title for this property.
We definitely will do that, because that's where we want to build a modern central bank building. I was the desk officer for Liberia when I worked for the IMF. The central bank used to rent in a commercial property in Liberia. And I used to visit, that's where we used to have our meetings. Their own building was there. Even as the insistence of the IMF to say, Governor, don't put money in this building, they built their own headquarters. And if you see that building now, in the sub-region, our central bank is the oldest. So, like what they say in Mandinka and Wolof, Dekili Atale, Damafir. So I always want the best for country. And what I want to put up in that premises, initially I wanted the tallest story building in West Africa to be there.
Really?
But I was cautioned that aircrafts, when they are flying, come through there. So I had to now reduce the number of floors. But I'll build a building that will be one of its kind in this country. Or the central bank, we will. It's not me, we will build a building that is befitting for a central bank.
I cannot wait to see it.
We will do that, inshallah.
But it's been 4 years that since you bought the property, so
Yes.
when is your construction going to start?
Inshallah, we don't want to announce this publicly. We have to consult our parent ministry, go through the process, but inshallah, it will not take long, probably
very soon.
Next year, inshallah, early next year. Did you see the building in Accra, Ghana, the picture of the central bank building?
I don't think so.
It's super.
So you want one nicer than that?
I went there, and I'm going to take a trip there to go and learn from my colleague governor how they did it. I understand the Central Bank of Eswatini also went to Accra, Ghana, because I was there with my colleague governor.
It looks like Accra, Ghana is the benchmark.
And the assistant told me that Eswatini governor and their board members were there for 3 days to learn from them how they did it. It's a good investment that they did there. So I also want to go and learn from my colleague governor and come and do something that it will be one of a kind in this country and in the sub-region.
Let me say congratulations in advance then.
Thank you. Thank you.
for having the nicest central bank in the sub-region.
In the sub-region, inshallah, we'll have that.
Okay.
Yes, and it's going to be futuristic. Yes.
That will be very good for the country.
Yes, inshallah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
Honorable
you, Madam
Chair.
Council. Thank you.
These are all the questions I have for the governor for the time being, and I'm handing him over to the committee.
Thank you so much, Council. I am not too sure whether we have a lot on the table as well. Honorable Bo, you wanted to go? Okay, please, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Are we okay here? We are fine. Yes, thank you very much, Governor. I just have a quick question in relation to this particular discussion on the purchase of this building, that's the future building. In 2020,
Yes.
You were the PS for Finance, right?
Yes.
Now, and in 2020, during the supplementary appropriation, I think Parliament approved 180 million to support the central bank in terms of recapitalization in the supplementary appropriation.
Recapitalization of the central bank.
Yes, we did. You were the PS.
Yes.
Yeah.
The recapitalization of the central bank was over a period.
Yes.
And is to move from how many million to 1 billion, 100 million to 1 billion.
Exactly.
That was the recapitalization.
Exactly.
And the government have paid all of that now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And in that year, 2020, we gave about 180 million.
Okay.
Now the question I have is like, in less than 1 year,
Yes.
then you take 100 million to buy the future bill. So my question is like, is it that at the time, really, the money that 180 million we gave in the supplementary appropriation was not really needed because it seems you were liquid to be able to buy an asset costing over 100 million.
No.
Less than 12 months.
No, I think, Council, you are confusing two things.
Yes.
Honorable Bogo,
Yes.
recapitalization of the central bank is to, the economy has grown, the central bank has grown in terms of responsibility and everything we should do. 100 million at the time of creating the central bank in the 1970s is very, very low. So there was a recommendation to increase it to $1 billion. And that is the responsibility of government to pay and recapitalize the central bank because they are the single shareholder. And we do, that's why we pay dividend to only the government. Now the purchase of the central bank, the future building, is from our general reserves. When we make profits, a certain dividend is paid to government, and then we put aside some amount as general reserve. So that purchase is from that. But it is the obligation of the government to pay for that recapitalization. So that money was not charged. Because if we took that, they would have to bring back another 100 and something million to fill in that gap. Yeah.
That's all you have? Honorable Sir, do you have one? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Governor.
Yes.
My first question is about on paragraph 5
Yes.
of your statement. With regards to the process taken to open an account by government.
Yes.
When did this instruction came up?
Opening accounts for government.
By governments, yeah.
I think that was a long-standing instruction. I was absent from the central bank. I was at the island, so that it was instruction. So advised by my director, who has been in the bank for quite some time, and was the one that represented the bank at the Jane Commission. And I've been told that before the Office of the President, Accountant General, Minister of Finance, all of them can open accounts. It was after the Jane Commission that instruction was given that since the Accountant General is the Paymaster General and Receiver General for government of the Gambia, it's only the Accountant General from that period to now, 2017 to now, that it's the Accountant General is the only person who can open account, close accounts, and give instructions with regards to fund movements within Gambia government accounts.
On both commercial and central bank accounts.
Yes.
With all commercial banks, that's the process. Before opening an account with a commercial bank, you must pass through the accountant general.
Yes. Yes.
Governor, with regards to the dollar account,
Yes.
if you look at the statement, it's zeroed now. Are there any charges on these accounts, especially on the COT charges? Are there any COT charges on these accounts?
There is no COT charges.
On all the accounts?
All the accounts. Government accounts don't pay charges.
They don't pay charges?
No.
But how about when they are with commercial banks, they pay charges, they pay charges on commercial banks?
With commercial banks, I assume they will pay some charges, some fees. Because if you open an account in the commercial bank, they would have some charges. Their business model is different from ours. So they are in private institutions, they are out there to make money. I'm sure they will have some charges for maintaining those.
And no interest also, no interest charges too?
If you overdraw your account in commercial bank,
no, with central bank. When you
or
overdraw,
on central bank,
when you overdraw, yeah.
It's only the TMA that is overdrawn.
When you overdraw, for example, as you were explaining, when somebody overdrawn, expecting a flow coming in, an inflow coming in, and you overdraw, we consider when that inflow comes in, it will clear the current amount that you overdraw.
Yeah.
So what we are doing?
With government, if if government overdraws their account, withdraws more than what is there.
Exactly.
We charge interest at commercial rate.
You charge interest at commercial interest?
Commercial rate.
Okay.
Yes, we do that. But
So
there is no fee paid for maintaining
the account. Okay.
There is no fee.
So it's like for the dollar account, no matter how dormant it is, there will be no interest on it. There will be no charges on it.
No charges.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
All right. Council, I'm not sure whether we have questions for the governor, considering that most of the questions from council relating to the accounts are specific, and also looking at the analysis we have and the submission of the central bank. I think these are very specific submissions. So the committee can use that to definitely conclude on some of the things. So I can hand back to you if you have a few more questions before we close for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There were a few things, recommendations of the Commission that I wanted to put to him, but in answering Honorable Sar, the Governor had already answered some of them. For the others, I think it's better if we put it in writing and then he can respond.
Council.
Yes,
Just
Honorable.
for the purpose of clarity, I think Honorable Sar's question is even emphasized in the Public Finance Act.
Yes.
And this does not only apply to ministries, departments, and agencies, but even government projects. So the Accountant General is the only one who have the mandate to open the accounts. And this should not only be limited to the central bank, but even if departments and agencies wants to open accounts with commercial banks. So I think our recommendation can align it to the provisions of the Public Finance Act.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, that's all, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you so very much, Governor.
Thank you.
We appreciate your coming. Like I said earlier on, you've been with us. You have not taken much of your time. You will have kept you here till 7 o'clock in the evening, normally.
No problem. We are at your disposal.
Thank you.
Yes.
So that's all we have for you today.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And wish you a very successful day as well. We will close for today and then we'll come back tomorrow for more other witnesses. So you are released for today, you can go. But in the event that we have anything on the way, perhaps clarification, of course we will get back to you, please, for more clarification.
Anytime, anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you so much. So meeting adjourned till tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Thank you.